Well, go on. Alright, so boom. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And it's important to know what you're getting yourself into if you do decide to quit weed, either for a tolerance break, or just permanently feel that weed is no longer serving you. So these are things to keep in mind. So the 4 areas: insomnia, cravings, irritability, and a lack of sleep. I'm gonna cover all these. These are the 4 major withdrawal symptoms that people who decide to stop smoking weed encounter. And I'm gonna give you why it happens, how it happens, and most importantly, how to, deal with it. This will be helpful so you're not blindsided by the withdrawal symptoms that occur. Alright? So tap in.
My phone don't stop. And my lines stay jumpy. And I don't care what these trap boys say. I won't fly up the country. F-boy, man, my shoes cost a monkey. I love squares in my...
Alright, what go on, my G's? Y'all already know what the going on. I appreciate y'all for clicking on this specific video. You could literally be watching anything on YouTube, other platforms, Netflix and chilling. Or chilling, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that you're here right now, I appreciate you. I make videos that are guaranteed to make you laugh, brighten up your day, while also adding some knowledge to your head top, you know what I'm saying? So subscribe. So again, like I said, you may not want to necessarily quit forever, but you may be someone who wants to at least have a tolerance break from weed. Maybe currently you find yourself smoking too much to your liking, or spending too much on weed on a daily or monthly basis. You know, that money talks bullshit watch.
You know I ain't tryna blow that man. We gon' sign that money. I'm so thrift, we gon' sign that money.
So, the first thing that occurs when you go about wanting to quit weed is insomnia, especially the first week or 2. This is where you find yourself constantly waking up and you can't really achieve that deep, fulfilling sleep. And even when you wake up, you still feel tired and sluggish and lazy. This is what insomnia essentially does. It's like a weed-induced insomnia in a sense, right? And as a result, because you're not getting the adequate sleep, it causes you to be cranky and irritable and increases your desire to smoke, which creates like a cycle effect, right? You're cranky, miserable, can't sleep, so you go back to weed to sleep and be happy again, that kind of effect. So one of the things that I know that helps me sleep a lot better is have a blue light blocking glasses. I used ones from Swannies Sleep. They look like this essentially. So what these blue light blocking glasses do is they dimmer like the brightness of the things around your home, whether it be the lights, LED lights from the lights, from the washroom. But blue light blocking glasses essentially set the mood in your brain, your mind, that it's time to sleep. So what essentially, real quick, what essentially happens is like the blue light from your phones, your TV, your lights in your house, they essentially emit blue light, which hinders your body's ability to produce melatonin. And melatonin is a hormone in your body that lets you know that it's time to go to bed or that you need to sleep, right? So the blue light blocking glasses are another way for you to tell your body that it's nighttime, that it's time to go to bed. And also aids in your ability to sleep well. This is one of the reasons why you have all this dark mode on YouTube, on Instagram. That light can disturb your quality of sleep. So another another thing to help with your insomnia is to take a melatonin supplement, at least for the first week or 2. Essentially what a melatonin supplement will help you do is to re-regulate your body.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Hey, funny guy! I got a joke for you! What smells rotten and puts people to sleep?
Noxious gas?
No! Your act!
We regulate the melatonin production in your body. So essentially what melatonin does, like I said before, it tells your circadian rhythm, which is like your internal body clock, that it's bedtime, that it's time to go to sleep. And what you have been doing in the past is that you were using a herb like weed to self-regulate your body for so long. And as a result, your body was out of sync and was no longer producing enough melatonin for you to sleep well and deeply. And your body no longer knows when it's like bedtime. It's like you're constantly like jumping from one situation to the next situation. So blue light blocking glasses for your face, just to set the mood of sleeping. And at least for the first week or two, take a melatonin supplement, which I'll recommend one with verified reviews in the comment section below. So insomnia is one thing that you'll definitely experience. And number 2 is irritability, essentially a lack of patience with people around you.
I don't listen?
Why are you talking to me like that then?
I don't know, I'm sorry.
Stop screaming at me.
I'm not screaming at you.
You are. Ain't nothing talking to me. I'm screaming at you anyway.
Okay.
And even when you do sleep well, you might still be pissed off and upset at even the smallest sight of discomfort or uneasiness. And essentially what happens is that you are starting to come back in tune with the emotions that you were kind of suppressing with weed and smoking and whatever, right? So you're starting to become more in tune with your emotions. Like you actually, when something's sad, you actually feel sad. When something's happy, you actually feel genuine happiness. And it's important to actually experience your emotions and feel them. Something traumatic may have happened in your life, and you started using weed as a coping mechanism, and as a result, you know, that thing that you were pushing away for so long, you start to feel the emotions of that event or whatever once again, and you never really dealt with it, right? If you think about it, right, it's like with babies. When they feel sad, they are sad. When they cry, they cry. But then what happens within like an hour, 2 hours or so, they're happy again. You see them running around again. Why? Because they felt their emotions to its fullest capacity and then moved on. Because they felt their emotions to its fullest capacity, they were able to move on and continue going on about their day-to-day life, right? So irritability. So essentially, the irritability can cause you to be a little bipolar, and you begin overreacting to even the slightest of things. And obviously, I don't want to recommend too many supplements so that you don't become like, because even supplements can become addictive as well. So something to deal with your irritability and anxiety and stress, I say, is meditation. Meditation is so powerful. Meditation and yoga, holy. These two things have changed the game for me in my personal life, right? So essentially, it's just focusing on your breathing, your breath, right? Like I said before, a lot of people are very shallow breathers. They breathe through their mouth. But what you want to be is a nose breather. Breathe in through your nose, fill your belly, right? Breathe in through your nose, fill your belly. I have a more detailed video on meditation that shall probably link in the description or in the cards up here. So you want to know the meditation practices to do, watch those videos or the description as well. And misconception with meditation and breathing techniques is that you have to go somewhere. You don't have to go anywhere. You can just be wherever you are and practice your breathing and your breath and work on that. And again, it's important to keep in mind that when you quit smoking, your brain has to get accustomed to understanding the varying levels of stress, right? You're a kid, like talking your ear off, or work stress. Your brain isn't able to identify the differences as easily. So as a result, everything pretty much that discomforts you, you overreact to. So meditation, promise meditation, yoga, getting into yoga, those two things, game changers, right? And again, it's important, like when you stop smoking weed or taking too many edibles, you have to replace this activity with other things that can better serve you, or other things that can take your time away from weed, right? Number 3 thing you experience is cravings. You're easily susceptible. Cravings are one of the harder things to deal with because anything can be a craving or anything can trigger you, right? For example, you smoked before you went to work, that's a trigger. You see a friend that you used to smoke with, that's a trigger. Anything that, so it's important to, like, as best as you can, remove all the triggers in your life that could make you want to give into your cravings, right? The friend that you used to smoke with, distance yourself a little bit. And then whatever you were doing before, or take into account what you were doing, like when, where, and how you were smoking weed, and replace that activity with something else. Don't just do nothing. Don't just stop smoking weed, but replace that activity with another activity in your life. And these cravings can happen multiple times in a day, not just once, right? In the morning, and also depending on how often you are smoking, right? So again, the degree of these things can vary depending on the person, your biological makeup, and your overall history with weed itself. So I think something to combat these cravings is to get CBD oil. So essentially what CBD oil does is it activates the endocannabinoid system in your brain. So what it essentially does is essentially it acts as if you smoked weed, but without the THC hit or the THC like spike in your brain. So you don't really it's like you smoked weed without like the actual THC being in your body, or without actually smoking. This can ease your way into not smoking full on like blunts, whatever it is, or taking edibles. So taking this for the first 2 to 3 weeks, in addition to like the meditation practices, can be a game changer in reducing those cravings. Because cravings, I promise you, cravings are one heck of a mother effort, right? So CBD oil, meditation, those 2 things will help you with your cravings. And number 4 is a lack of appetite. And it's very hard to like force you to eat. So what you want to do is you want to take easily digestible foods like soup, yogurt, fruits, things that you can easily eat without them being too complex. Like a full-on maybe chicken might not be the best thing right now. A whole lasagna meal might not be the best thing right now. And even if you are able to force yourself to eat, the food might not like stay down, right? So take easily digestible foods like fruit, yogurt, soup, things like that, like liquid foods. So luckily for weed, there's no extremely severe life-threatening withdrawal symptoms that you will face like with alcohol and meth and stuff like that. But there's just a lot of inconvenience and a lot of like jittery and stress and anxiety that can develop. So again, if you are somebody that wants to actually quit weed for more than 30 days, more than a week, my mini course, my mini email series will be linked in the description. I'll walk you through in more detail the meditation practices, the foods you should be eating, and the whole community of other people who are going through the same thing as you that you can rely on and talk to. So link in the description for my mini course and my mini email series. But yeah, whether you are doing a tolerance break or you actually want to quit indefinitely, hopefully this video gives some insights. And I definitely have some other videos on my channel that can definitely help you as well, in the cards, the description, and pinned comment. But yeah, God bless, much love, peace and joy, namaste, and always remember, always, 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 if it doesn't feed you, don't bother it. I'll see y'all in the next video. Deuces.
A few moments later.
Oh, and a quick like life hack is to get to the point where you like even going forward, if you do want to smoke weed again, don't do it every day, right? 2 or 3 times a week I think is a decent amount to smoke, so that you can still enjoy it without being desensitized to it. I'm just saying.
Money, they used to call me the plug. Extension cord, trap fit tug, man, I step with sauce. And if the sauce don't spill, then you know we on the block trying to serve them deals. And